Wang Heo Jiejia is. I'll let you know how to write the word death. Of. What is a brother? Brother, it was last second. Also to avoid fighting, arguing over disagreements. After receiving a text message from the brother next to him being bullied, the next second, directly to the enemy's base camp. With the power of 4. Against a group of gangsters who have been on the streets all year round. And now, Kian Kixiong's men surrounded them. But Kanazawa didn't take them seriously at all. With a serious face, he asked where Dahua was. The little brother, who was chatting on the side, pointed to the corner behind. Dahua is being bound by his hands, sitting next to Kian Kixiong. When he found out that the people who came were Kanazawa and the others, Dahua still forced an arrogant smile. Means he can get away alone. Kixiong's stick swung towards him in an instant. His feet stomped heavily on Dahua's head. Then he smirked. It's rubbish to mock the Hanji family. Kanazawa at the moment. They were already gnashing their teeth in resentment. But the hostages are in his hands, and there is nothing they can do. And Change Bear. They started mocking their boss, Hanji. Cowardly witch mouse. Don't even dare to come here. After hearing this, Kanazawa frowned and was about to explode. The good news on the side suddenly opened his mouth and mocked Kian Ki. Bear, why do you keep barking like a girl? He complains that his beard is disgusting. Chanki Bear. He was also right by Jian, and his face looked ugly. He greeted his brothers directly. Charged towards Kanazawa and the others. And Duojin, who was standing among them, panicked at the moment. He felt that no matter how powerful Kanazawa and the others were, you can't deal with so many people at the same time, right? But then, he was shocked by the scene in front of him. Shocked from ear to ear. Kanazawa and the others can actually almost defeat each other. 3 are not at a disadvantage at all. Especially Kanazawa. It's just a push. Directly put the 3 gangsters in front of him. Kicked out. Cheng Bing is no less than him. He relies on his agile speed. After dodging the gangster's one-shot punch. Then he suddenly flashed again. Escaped the straight punches from the gangsters. But Chen Bing doesn't just play defense. He dodged the attack and immediately opened his legs. Put on a pose. And then it started raining. To the gangster in front of you, waving countless fierce fists. And good news, and how handsome. But he was treated as a dragon man by gangsters, and he's going straight for them. On the side, Duojin still wants to protect Giant. Directly in front of him. But it was good news. He pushed it away impatiently. Indicates how handsome he is, getting in his way. I saw good news facing the gangster in front of me. In an instant, he came around behind him. Then locked the gangster with both hands. No matter how the gangster struggled. In between his whirlwind. +1, lean back and fall down. Directly to the gangster. It fell heavily to the ground. Giant stretched her shoulders as if she was just warming up. Who did you just say was the little guy? Duojin didn't know until now. It turns out that everyone in the Hanji family is fierce. Hanji and the others punched the meat. The crackling sound resounded throughout the factory. How handsome to watch their bloody battle. I don't know how to get involved. However, just then, a thug came at him with his fists clenched. And Duojin also quickly raised his fists. Prevent the attack of the gangsters. The gangster then kept shaking his fists at Duojin. But they were all escaped by him. And now, Duojin was also forced into the burning yacht. He took one straight out of it and lit it. Flame stick. He suddenly waved at the gangster in front of him. Just when Duojin thought he had gotten rid of him. Half the face is still left with the rest of the gangster. Despite the pain, he clenched his fists and waved at Duojin. And at the same time, Kanazawa and the others have already done almost half of the people, just when he thought he had it in his hands. Kanazawa suddenly felt a rush behind him. Extremely murderous. Kian Kixiong had no martial arts ethics. Swing from behind. But it was flashed by Kanazawa, who responded quickly. Avoid the past. Chiaki found him dodging his attack. No billion either. Arrogantly mocking Kanazawa. As expected of the most understanding of this group, the humiliated Kanazawa didn't get used to him either. Just shake your fist. Chanjom is not afraid to report Lindy. Thus began the contest between the two of them. Just when Kanazawa and the others were fighting, a voice suddenly came, "Don't move." How handsome. Counterpoint gangsters with sharp glass sheets. Forced out of the neck, and there was blood on his neck, right now. The gangsters also took the opportunity to threaten Kanazawa, "If you don't kneel down, you will kill Dwajin." Chiaki Jong on the side is also facing Kanazawa. Mock it directly. Brat, try again. Kanazawa also has a gloomy face. He slowly lowered his fist. Seeing this, Kion Kixeong became even more arrogant. They brought a burden to mock Kanazawa. But when Kanazawa saw how handsome, after that unflinching look, he was instantly in awe. He remembered when they were about to leave. Dwajin also said with a serious face that he wanted to go together. He also made a strong commitment to Kanazawa. If he gets everyone involved because of him, they can leave him alone. Kanazawa also grinned at the moment. You seem to be looking down on that little friend a little too much. Just in Chonchi, Jong was puzzled by his words. At light, take a big step and flash forward. He swung a fist at the Changebear's face. The gangsters on the side also panicked at the moment. He couldn't believe it when someone was holding his hand. How dare they do it? I saw that Dwajin grabbed the glass directly with his bare hands. After all, he once even wrote a suicide note. Dared to jump down tens of meters high steps with the enemy. Even Feng Fai Duo Jun, who has passed through the gate of hell. At this moment, Dwajin is holding a glass shard in one hand. Show a crazy smile. Don't take me too seriously. If your neck is covered with a sharp instrument, will you choose to break free from resistance? Facing the threat of the man behind him, Dwajin directly reached out and pinched the glass shards with his bare hands. Then he jerked his head back. In the face of the man, the violent impact directly made his eyes white. Immediately lost consciousness, but the back of Duo Jun's head seems to be fine at all. Only the wound on his hand made him feel the tingling. The military partners were also shocked when they saw this. They didn't expect him to be so crazy. Kanazawa also directly mocked Changebear. You only know these dirty tricks. Changyi Bear's eyes became fierce at this moment. You brats. No, this is a win, right? With Dwajin out of danger. Fighting broke out again between the two groups. Kanazawa. He faced Chiaki Jong oncoming. Just a side kick towards him. But he was blocked by Kion Kixeong with an iron rod. His city faces Kanazawa sideways. Swing, a hard blow. But it was also blocked by Kanazawa's knee lift and sideways. But the strength of the legs and the strength of the iron bar cannot be compared at all. A tingling sensation in my shoulder. Let Kanazawa's face become serious. Chiaki Jong then swung the iron rod violently, hit him. Kanazawa can only keep retreating. Dodge. He also realized that defense is of little significance. Flaws must be found. Then Kion Kixeong opened up. Want to hit hard. It's powerful, but it's heavy. For Kanazawa, it is an opportunity. But just when he wanted to take advantage of this to fight back, Kion Kixeong's two subordinates suddenly appeared from behind Kanazawa. Confined him to death. No matter how he sucks the ceiling and smashes his hands, can't get rid of the seam in the leg. And Changebear also sees this opportunity. I'm about to swing a stick at Kanazawa. And just then, Duo Jun suddenly appeared behind Kion Kixeong. He smashed a stick directly at his head. But it didn't do him much damage. But Kion Kixeong's entire face turned gloomy. It really is. Any trash dares to climb on my head. Although he has his back to how handsome he is, but that strong, murderous aura. But it has made him tremble unconsciously. And now, the angry Changebear directly reversed the angle. Like a ferocious beast. Come to Guo Jun. As if he was going to swallow him in the next second. And Dwajin also has dilated pupils. He stood there in cold sweat. Compared to the gangsters he met before. Even if it's a guy. Strong or not, but compared to the Changebear in front of him at this moment. They're not on the same level at all. Dwajin once again remembered that he had been schooled. Bullying words. He was also afraid. The body froze in place. Keon Kixeong also snickered. Random direct rotation of the iron rod hit Duo Jun in the stomach. Severe pain in the abdomen. It made his bile thirsty. Keon Kixeong directly mocked Duojin. Don't think you have a few friends who can fight. You don't know who you are anymore. And Duojin was still caught in the fear just now. His eyes were white, and he lost consciousness. Plopped directly to the ground. Just in Changyi, when the bear was still proud of what he had just done. When he looked up again, his little brothers had been wiped out. And Kanazawa and the others also instantly agreed. Rushing towards the 1,000 gas bear, he faced Chen Bing, who bore the brunt. Lift the stick directly and swung it hard. But it was turned into Ding. With a quick reaction, he dodged the past. He pulls his legs apart, side waist, facing Changxi demon sword, throws a fierce punch. But then he froze. Chikio, he actually withstood this fierce blow. Then I'm going to swing the bat at him. But at this moment of swinging it out, Kanazawa suddenly jumps behind him. Hold him tight. Chanzhong doesn't care about the consequences at the moment. I can only kick the ice in front of me with one kick. But good news also rushed up at this time. He directly locked his legs with both hands, want to bring him down. But just as brother Keon Ki was about to fall sideways, he broke free with a sudden force. At the same time, throw the iron bar in your hand to the other hand. And then he swung it really hard. The good news flew out directly. And Keon Kixeong also freed up his left hand. He grabbed Kanazawa's wrist directly. A side fall threw him flying. Kanazawa and the others also felt it at the moment. Keon Kixeong is so tricky. He became arrogant. He was clamoring to take Kanazawa and the others as his subordinates. Jian directly stood up and mocked him. You figure it out. We're 3 against 1. But Keon Kixeong just laughed in disdain. He swung the iron rod in his hand and tapped the iron frame next to him. Immediately after, they were shocked. A burst of rapid footsteps came from all around. I don't know where so many people suddenly appeared. Surround Kanazawa and the others directly. The tables were turned. Chanzhong also relies on the number advantage, then get arrogant. Guys, take him down for me. The sound of clashing fists resounded throughout the factory. After all, Kanazawa and the others are no match for hands fell to the ground. Chiaki Zhongying came to Kanazawa with a smile. I heard you have a good relationship with the pizza restaurant owner. And all of a sudden, he had this crazy smile on his face. You know, we have one in Haiguang. Crazy people who like arson in particular? Chanzhong took out the phone directly. I'll let you know. What happens if you piss me off? Just as he was about to make a call, a sudden tingling came from his feet. When he looked down, it was Duojin, who had just fainted, that woke up. Now I'm hugging his legs and gnawing. Changqi bear, just step on him hard. Duojin didn't let go, although he was still scared out of fear. But when he thought about it, because of such scum, Nun and the boss have suffered so much. The store that just survived will be burned down. He would never allow such a thing to happen. Duojin bit his leg even more frantically. Chanzhong also felt very speechless at the moment. He doesn't understand why Duojin is like this, still holding on. Then he swung the bat directly. Hit Duo Jun's face. And this vicious blow, it also directly made Duojin completely stop cooking. Chang Shixiaxing also finally dialed the phone. Prepare to set fire to your men. But suddenly, his pupils constricted. So nervous. Because the phone across the street is the sound actually rang in the factory. I saw a bloody face. The man was left at the door. Hit the ground hard. When they saw the face of the man on the ground, I just found out that it was sent by Keon Kixeong. The man of fire immediately. 1 foot is standing at the door of the factory. It was Han Ji who answered his call. Came to the scene. You were just looking for me everywhere, weren't you? When he looked at Guo Jun, who was lying on the ground with scars all over his face, Han Ji's face turned gloomy in an instant. This matter today. Even if you beg for mercy, I'm not done with you either. How scary it is to be the head of a family who gets angry. Scary. He arrived alone at the gate of the enemy's stronghold. Not only is there no hostility at all, how many people are there on the enemy side? Despise the gangster in front of you. You don't have the guts to touch my people. Don't even think about getting away with one today. Unknown little gangster. Rushed directly to Han Ji. The gangster swung a straight right fist at him. After being blocked by the force of his right hand, Han Ji was expressionless. Directly backhand and clicked the gangster's arm. Break this cruel scene. Let Qian Kixiang have to be cautious. But Han Ji smiled contemptuously. Let's go together. Is this strength not enough for me to warm up? Qian Kixiang also hurriedly asked his subordinates to hurry up, but the gangsters have seen Han Ji's cruel methods. All looking at each other. Dare not take action. Changebear directly initiated a bounty. If anyone can catch Han Ji, I put a bounty on 1 million. There must be a strong man under the so-called heavy reward. The gangsters laughed directly at the group. You can face a group of aggressive gangsters. Han Ji was still expressionless. He simply went down the mountain to avoid a punch. Then a straight punch suddenly hung down on the face of the gangster in front of him. Han Ji then turned around in an instant, a hat that grabs the gangster. Throw him directly at the black-clothed gangster in front of you. And this time a very strong thug secretly came behind Han Ji. I want to take the opportunity to sneak up on him, but he reacted. He grabbed the stick directly from the ground.